talk about different stuff, man, random stuff. But today we ran across some stuff, man. And one thing we've been seeing a lot is people quitting their jobs across the country. Like, call it the Great Resignation, which is greatly insane. But what do we know? And researchers have found that some of these things contribute to the Great Resignation, and we're gonna hit on some of those, and we're gonna keep it moving. One of them is high turnover.
Yeah, it just seems like now, I think maybe part of it during the pandemic, people figured out they could survive without a job or become their own bosses and try different things. You know what I mean? So it's the opposite. You think when the world kind of opened back up just a little bit that everybody would run to jobs, to run to that safety and security of having a 9-to-5 job or doing shift work. But people have really found a lot of freedom within the pandemic, and people aren't tolerating just these 40-hour work weeks, no vacations. You know what I mean? Being stressed like that, and you got to think most jobs are in the public and working for the public, or they're in contact with other people. They just don't believe these wages are worth risking their lives or their families' lives.
Right.
And they haven't changed a lot. You know what I mean? And if you get COVID or anything, you get sick like that, that's 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And if you're just getting back in the workforce, you don't have that kind of vacation time or sick time saved up, and you have to weigh that. So, and they're threatening to fire you when they don't have help either. That's a part of the turnover issue as well.
Working in IT, you see different things. Like, you work at a place that's high turnover. You see some of these jobs. Like, I remember I was doing support for a call center, like help desk support. High turnover. I mean, they probably hired 10 people, man, and we mess around and have a betting pool of how long they'll make it, man. And sometimes they wouldn't even make it 2 months, man. But that's why I tell kids, man, go to school, man. Please, man, get these little jobs. Like, they're not a career, they just jobs. They just need you to just come in there and keep the wheel turning. There's no skill involved. I don't know. I think from my experience, I see a lot of those jobs are like really high turnover because they know somebody else can come in and fill right then. It's kind of like being on the NFL team. If you're a skill player, they don't want to get rid of you. But if you just a special teams guy, roster filler, the 18th guy on the roster. I mean, they can find somebody else to do that. You know what I'm saying?
We have 4 corners, 4 receivers, and you're one of those receivers. You feel like you're important, but you're just number 4, number 5 on the depth chart, and we see that with those jobs. And I'm not going to say those jobs don't require skill, because I went back into customer service, sat in the call center just like you as well. You do have to have a skill with.
No, I'm saying like it don't require a skill. I'm saying have a skill to get a job that's not in the high turnover percentile. Yes.
Yeah. You were talking about being more of a professional versus just maybe a entry level position where you can move
the call center. All you pretty much had to do was take phone calls. You had to look at stuff on your computer and tell the people whether they had coverage or not. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what they had to do. But it was no major skill that a specialized skill that you had to do. They could just bring somebody in off the street, tell them this is what you do. That's how they looked. I'm telling you how they looked at it. How management and stuff. You
have a cattle.
We can get a bum off the street to do this job. So why do we have to give you preferential treatment? Hey, you want to go home? If you can go home, you want to. I can find somebody else. I'm telling you, man, it's wild west in some of these jobs, man. You gotta be careful, man. Definitely gotta have a different mindset, man. They'll run you up out of there.
Yeah, and and you think family building skills, building a good team is the mark of a good manager. But like I say, they're in a position where they will replace you. They have high turnover. A lot of these jobs have other cross-training skills. Like you can start off maybe in customer service, go to IT, troubleshooting, and things like that. We're not saying that you can't grow, but there's a lack of loyalty on the next level where they feel like they don't have to be as compassionate to you. And a lot of people aren't dealing with it. Like they're coming in now with a sense of pride where people are quitting jobs for behavior that supervisors, managers have always been doing. But people aren't staying for this. And
no two jobs are the same. You really have to have the mindset to know what you're walking into. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful what you're walking into, man. You got to do the research Don't just go into stuff thinking, oh, they gonna pay me X amount of dollars. This job's gonna be awesome. Then when you get in there, man, this job ain't about nothing, man.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
on to
like-
the next point. You got something else?
No, I think we definitely can. And he